To round off our look at the Old Testament, we'll check out one other passage that's a frequent target of critics, one which is said to exemplify the cruelty of Old Testament servitude. The rule offered here in Exodus 21:4 is sometimes referenced as unusually cruel because it forces a husband to leave behind a wife and children he loved. Initially, we might reply that this argument imposes modern ideas of marriage relationships on the text. In the biblical world, marriages were always arranged. There was no such thing as dating or getting to know each other. What we call love in a marriage was a rarity, as were intimate relationships in non-physical terms. In that light, it won't be surprising to learn that arrangements like the one described in Exodus 21:4 were more like business relationships, in which, for example, the servant was mated with a foreign bondwoman in order to produce children, who would later serve as servants. Or, since both the man and his wife were indentured, they might pool resources to pay off their debts earlier. Emotional ties between the man and his family would exist rarely, if at all. That said, if some sort of emotional bond did occur, that is indeed what the pledge and ritual of the passage is for, as the man could stay part of the master's household. He could undergo a simple ritual, in which his ear was pierced with an awl, a method no more painful or cruel than what is experienced at mall jewelry kiosks in this country on a daily basis. Alternatively, the man could work on his own and buy the freedom of the wife and children. The former decision meant less risk and more security, and would have been the preferred choice in a society without modern concepts of individual freedom. On the other hand, it should be noted that with the sort of gifts such a servant would be provided on his departure, he would already be on his way to being able to pay the price of redemption for his wife and children. In the end, the situation described by Exodus 21:4 relates to cultural values we don't share today, in which debts were taken far more seriously, and the shame of being indebted to others was a heavier burden than the debt itself. That closes our look at the Old Testament. We'll be back next time with the start of the New Testament analysis. See you then.